week on Super Busy Chicks, Caroline's going to be knocking up a Spanish dish, Jemma will be taking us through an up-and-coming band, and I will be showing you some festival fashion. So we've got some great items on the way, and you're going to take us through the first dish.
I thought I'd do a very easy Spanish, like tortilla with chorizo and onions and peppers. Because I love tortillas. They're something you can have for lunch or for dinner. Bring it into work with you, and it doesn't take long
so
at
for
all.
anybody who doesn't know what a tortilla is, it's basically a posh omelette.
Basically,
okay, that's good. That sounds
Some
good.
lovely stuff in.
I do, and I love them. So in a pan at the back here, it's all going to be put in the pan here. Got some onions cooking. Chorizo there, I've got some new potatoes which are boiled and cooked, so you could use leftover potatoes, and some red peppers and eggs. Basically that's all that goes in it. It's very simple.
Good.
And you could use just bits that you've got left over.
Yeah.
So,
Just put the timer on because I'm
Have you?
hot.
Okay, good. Right, I'm going to go to the pan now, ladies.
Okay, shall I crack some eggs?
Yes, please. Could you crack all those?
Do you want to help me out?
Yeah, what are we cracking them into?
I think just this bowl.
Oh,
yeah.
We'll use that plate,
It's
look.
going to turn
Logic.
this up a bit.
Yeah. Now, here we go. Now, someone once told me that if you bang the egg on a flat surface, it doesn't break the yolk.
Yeah, I remember you try. I don't know if that's
I'm
true.
gonna try
You
it.
did do it on the side.
That's just
Wait,
weird.
oh, it broke the
What a
yolk.
thick mess. That's the most ridiculous
I don't know
thing.
who told you that.
I don't know.
Who's that
But
for?
yeah, I don't have a dog, but you've got to have some fun when you're
You did
cooking.
it with such gusto. Someone once told me if I did it on your forehead, it would be absolutely
Full in
fun.
a china shop, you see.
Full in a china shop. We're in a china shop. Very good.
Okay,
Right, so we've got,
One
if you've got 4 eggs, how many people is this going to feed?
So I'd say this would feed about 4 people actually.
I'm going to get out of the
3 or
way while
4
she's
people.
doing that. I don't trust her. Splattering all over my dress.
Now, I know we're a bit pushed, aren't we, for the time
I know.
today, so it's all going in the pan.
Yeah, so we've got onions. I've got in here my onions, chorizo, peppers.
Lovely.
So just fry everything up till it's nice and soft. That's all you have to do. And then I'm going to put potatoes.
Calm yourself.
I'm going to have to switch wrists. Before too much.
Yeah. Get all that cooking nicely.
So once it's made, this could feed all of us, could it, for lunch?
Absolutely. Bit of pepper, seasoning. Season well, salt and pepper. Okay. Now the eggies, they can go in.
Here's my contribution.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you. Now what you have to do, I'll put the heat down a little bit.
And thank you for that amazing tip on how to crack an egg as well.
Top tip.
All right. So all I do is I give it a shake just to settle it on the bottom so that all the egg goes around the pan.
Lovely.
I'll leave it to cook on a low heat here, and then you can finish it off on under a grill. That's what I like to do. So it cooks the top. Otherwise the bottom might burn if you keep it on the stove too long.
Okay.
Now we'll just leave that alone because I've made one earlier.
Oh, look at you.
There we go.
Lovely.
So this is ready, and actually this is cold, but I think it's quite nice to eat tortillas cold.
Oh, really nice. So if you're having
Or
like
hot,
people over
whatever.
as well,
Yeah.
you can make it beforehand and you don't have to be messing around in the kitchen when you've got guests.
Exactly.
That looks so good inside.
So, well, it depends how many, how big a slice you want, but you can get 6 pieces out of this, I think, would be all right.
Lovely.
So,
Do you want me to help? Shall I get like a little spatula or something?
there we go. Let's pop it on.
I'm such a heathen, I was thinking, oh, a little bit of ketchup.
You could do. I'm going to make it.
I'm not going to spoil it, I'm sure it does not need ketchup.
Right, let's just get that out. I'm going to plate this up now. So you can see that lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long to cook at all, so.
Did you say it's quite
on there.
healthy? Well, it is, isn't it, I suppose?
It's just eggs, and
Yeah.
you could put literally whatever bits that you wanted in it, really. So I'm going to let you have a try of this one. And
Very
to go
nice.
with it, I'm going to put like some salsa. I've just got some
Lovely, thank
salsa
you,
mixed
Claire.
up there. You can pop this on top as well, just to make it into a nice lunch. So there we go, there's one.
We've got a straight
See
in
what you
there.
think.
Straight in, always. You can rely on us.
But I think it's good.
I say it every time, but it's
Very
very
good. I absolutely love the chorizo in it.
I love treat, yeah, I think you need a bit of treat. Bit of spicy sausage, so there we go.
So there we are, there it is.
That was it. That was quick, easy.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Done.
Should we grab our plates?
Yes, let's go sit down.
So, while the girls are tucking into their lunch, this week I want to tell you about an up-and-coming band that I don't think you will have heard of. They're called Wolfgang, and what I really like about this is that I've kind of discovered a new band while they're on the up, because I think back in the day I used to hear about new bands and new music all the time, but now being super busy, it's less often that I stumble across a band while they're on their way up. And a friend told me about them and put their album on, and I absolutely loved it from the word go. So Wolfgang are British. In fact, the lead singer is called, let me get this absolutely right, Max Elligot. Mac Elligot. I find that a bit of a mouthful. Mac Elligot. He's from Kentish Town in North London, which is where we all work sometimes, And he wrote this album in his bedroom. It got listened to and snapped up by Atlantic Records. They heard his demos. And then he went to work on the album in New York with top producer Dave Fridman, who's worked with the likes of Flaming Lips and MGMT. Now, when I heard this album, I listened to it from beginning to end with my friend, and I just thought every single track on this album, which is called Sway Go Faults, is absolutely, to me, mind-blowing. Now, if you like The Killers, do you like them? Talking Heads, a much older band, but if you like their kind of sound, or Coldplay.
So similar, is that
yeah, that's to give you an idea of roughly what the sound is a little bit like. Very Talking Heads, I'd say, actually. Now they're going to be huge, I'm sure. I went to go and see them at a gig in Camden, and they were brilliant at the Cocoa Club, and I'm so glad I did, because since then I've been following them on their website, and they've been in the States. They've actually been supporting Coldplay. So I think the fact that Chris Martin thinks they're amazing is they're going to be huge, and I think they are taking off in the States. So basically, get onto iTunes, download the album. If you don't want to do that, maybe just go onto YouTube and have a look at some of their videos. The best track, Stay and Defend. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Makes me tingle. So that's an amazing track, Stay and Defend. Other top tracks, The King and All of His Men and Sway Go Faults. So worth a listen. And when you have, I'd love to get your feedback. So you can follow us at Twitter at SuperBusyChicks, and maybe tweet us. Tell me, Jemma, I hated it, or Jemma, it's the best album I've ever heard. We'd love to hear from you either way, so do get in touch. And in fact, all the details are on screen now as to how you can contact all of us Super Busy Chicks.
Now, speaking of bands, I'm going to be taking you through some festival fashion, because I think it's quite a difficult thing to know what to wear for a festival, especially if it starts to rain, because it normally usually does, doesn't it? It does. So I'm just going to jump up and show you what I've got on. It's a little bit out there, but I think it's very, very cute.
Very cute. Where's that from, Claire?
So again, ASOS. You're probably working out by now, I'm quite a big fan of ASOS. But this dress, no word of a lie, is still in the sale at the website, asos.co.uk, and it is just £13. £13.
Wow.
Yeah. So really, really cheap. It is a little see-through, so I have put like a little slip underneath just because it is quite see-through. But I just think it's really cute for a festival if you team it with wellies.
Yeah. Perfect.
Some sunnies, and obviously I'm going to grab my bag as well so I can go for the whole look.
Only you would have wellies with bows on.
I can't believe those wellies.
Right, these wellies were from Primark. They're in Primark at the moment for £10.
Brilliant.
The bag was from ASOS for £5.
What I love about that bag is you've got exactly the right bag because it's over the shoulder.
Exactly. Yeah. See, when you go to a festival, obviously you don't want to be taking your handbag, and you don't want to be taking a great big shopper bag either, because you know you want to be jumping around, moshing, drinking and all that. So really, really handy. In fact, I just went to a gig recently and took this bag because it's so lightweight. You can get loads in it as well, get all your tickets and bits and pieces in your phones, but yeah, you're not having to worry about it. And actually I think it goes really well. It adds a splash of colour to the outfit.
What about if it rains?
Well, the thing is, if it rains, this is what I did. I took a bin bag. Right? So you can sit on it. But you can sit on it and then just put, if you're really desperate, desperado, just put like a hole in it and put it over your head.
Excellent.
Because you don't care by the time you've had a few anyway, do you, what you look like? But when you get there, you want to look good. Yeah. So £10 wellies from Primark.
Does it? No. Festival.
The dress was £13 from ASOS, still on the website. That's asos.com actually. And then you've got the bag, which was £5 again from ASOS in the sale. The bangle I got, which I think is kind of a nice little touch with the whole thing, was from a charity shop actually. That was £2. And then the sunnies, Primark, £1.50. Was that our timer? Or
it was, but continue if you
shall. I just want to very quickly show you the back. I think this is a really lovely little touch because you've got like little, so it's actually a dress, not a top and a skirt.
Yeah.
But what you can actually do is these are on buttons, so you can unbutton them, right? And then you can take that button off as well, and you can have it as a separate top, so you can wear it with jeans, you can wear it with a skirt, you can wear this with a vest top. So actually, for £13, you've got a dress, you've got a top, and you've got a skirt.
Fantastic.
And that's my top tip. And just very, very quickly, if it's dry and you want to wear heels, because I usually like to wear heels at festivals, then these were from ASOS again. These are real suede. Of course, they're Western boots. These were £13.
No way.
In sale from ASOS, real suede.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Claire.
Thank you.
Cool, right?
Yeah, the only thing about summer that I'm not going to miss is going for a wee in Portaloos.
Yes, that's the only thing, isn't it? Actually, I just went to a gig in Hyde Park and the toilets weren't too bad.
Okay.
They were actually all right, yeah.
I went to a festival and the toilets made me want to go home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
another
yeah.
story.
I think we're wrapping up there. So you can join us here next week. I'm going to be taking you through some colourful jeans, which I think are a great way to update your summer wardrobe. Gemma, you're going to be telling us about personal shopping.
Personal shopping, absolutely.
Brilliant stuff. And you're going to be bringing some alcohol into the super busy kitchen.
I am.
Very, very excited. So make sure you tune in then. We'll see you then.
Bye.